Coming up next on AVID Achievers, we're going live to North County High School. Hello, I'm Jennifer, the host of AVID Achievers, and today we're at North County High School to learn about their AVID demonstration site achievement.
Today we have been validated as a National AVID Demonstration School, which means that we serve as a model for other schools around not just the state but the country to come in and see what it looks like when schools embrace AVID school-wide to help support our students to be prepared for college and career. During our showcase today, we had visitors from other school districts in the state. They came to see a lot of our classrooms and hear from a student panel and a staff member panel about their experiences with AVID during their time here at North County. And then they got to see a lot of AVID in action in our classrooms.
Today we are validating as an AVID National Demonstration School. There are only a little over 200 of those in the country, and what that means to me is that teachers and students at North County High School can use AVID methodologies to increase their collaboration with each other, to increase the way that they learn and engage with content in the classrooms, to challenge themselves academically and socially. And when we're all speaking that same language and sharing that same goal, we have that mission to improve both ourselves, our students. Our students feel the need to continuously grow and improve as well. And when we work together as a team, we feel that community and that family, and we share that mission together.
One hurdle that's very important is the leadership. None of this takes place if you don't have that leader that's going to give you the autonomy to run with this program. Because there are going to be days that, as everyone said, like it's trial and error, a lot of it. And we were very, our language changed, our hashtags changed throughout our growth and our coaching. And we started off being intentional, and that's when you're going to hit that teacher buy-in and that those who are on board and those who are not. And then you're going to turn relentless, because now as leaders, what more can we do? And that's when we change from doing AVID strategies, for being like electives and APLMs, to now we're school-wide. We had to model as the leaders of the building. Every meeting we had was AVIDized. Every meeting we had with an IC was AVIDized. Everything you're doing as that leadership. Because you can't tell the teachers to do it if you don't do it. If we're having a faculty meeting and we're saying we're going AVID, but we come in and we lecture you without any collaboration, why would I do it? So it's just really taking that small core, being that leader, and make sure you're modeling what the expectation is.
We'll do quick introductions for our students. They'll share their name, what grade they're in, and how long they've been in AVID, and then we'll open it up for questions for you all. You can ask them what they experience at North County, you can ask them about AVID, you can ask them where they want to go to college, but you'll say your name, what grade you're in, and how long you've been in AVID, and that's how we'll start off. Go ahead, Zach.
Hi, I'm Zachary. I'm in 10th grade, and I've been in AVID for 5 years, including 3 years in middle school.
Hello, my name is Donnie. I'm a freshman, and this is my first year in AVID.
Hi, my name is Franklin. I'm a junior, and I've been in AVID for 5 years.
Hi, my name is Anthony. I'm a senior. I've been in AVID for 6 years.
Hi, my name is Berkeley. I'm a junior, and I've been in AVID for a little over a year.
I'm Maddie. I'm a junior, and I'm not in AVID, but I am in North County STEM program.
And I guess we can start with an easy one. Anthony, where are you going to college next year?
Morgan State University.
What are your majors?
Business management.
So Anthony, I have a question. You've been a senior. What would you say, or how would you say AVID has supported your growth over the years?
It supported me a lot because, like, it always put me ahead of everything. Everyone else in my class that's not an AVID had to, like, a lot of them are struggling right now with this, like, whole college process because they don't have the information, and they're like, well, like, we wrote our essays. We started writing our essays like sophomore year, or preparing them. And it's like, junior year, we started actually writing them, and then I had our final draft by senior year. Most people started writing theirs while also having to deal with their classwork their senior year, so like they're all stressed out and they have to, it's overwhelming for them. But for me, I felt like I had everything handled and I knew how to handle it.
My math teacher actually recommended AVID for me. I came into the school not really knowing much about the program and the benefits and what, I mean, I see AVID on everything, my notes and my homeworks, but I didn't know anything. So my math teacher said, well, just come to this meeting and hear what they say and see if you like it. And I did, and I thought it was really good to make connections and great resources. I think AVID has definitely boosted my confidence in my academics, and it's a big help if you need people to come to. I think it's made me, my academics stronger and smarter.
You're the one that's not in AVID as a program. Even though you don't have the class, like, what has been the impact of AVID on you during your time here?
So my sister, she's actually in AVID, so I have like some like background knowledge on AVID, but in almost every single class you're seeing AVID on your notes, on a lot of your activities and slideshows. Just the other day I did a jigsaw activity in my world history class, and it's just like the AVID strategies that they implement in classes makes it so much more engaging for not only myself but the entire class, because we're all working together, using these strategies, and it's just really impactful. Even though I'm not in the class, I'm still getting the AVID through all my classes as well.
I came here and I did all the APLMs. We were like encouraged to do all 8 and get certified, and every PD we do something different. And I'm like, oh my God, there's so many things. It's not just Cornell notes and Socratic seminar. So it's definitely changed the way I teach, because my notes have completely changed the way I do them in the last 5 years. And like just the organization and the structure and all the different types of activities and group roles and collaboration like has increased exponentially over the 5 years I've been here.
Came here, it was still very new, but at this point, when I'm planning lessons, and I'm like, I need a strategy or something, I'm like, what would AVID do? So like, Kelly has put so many choices and options for us to look at and go through. So it's great to just be like, okay, let's look through what strategies are available and then put into the lesson and try them out and work with it. So it's really provided just a bank of opportunities to help the students learn better.
Add something, it's a tool that helps you to achieve the same standards that you wanted to achieve, the learning objectives. Just that it gives you an easier way to have the students more focused into their learning than you running the show. So it's simply a tool which you use. You can apply it to any standards or objectives they'd like to achieve with the interest of having students get to learn more.
From a teacher perspective, planning lessons, we get a curriculum that we generally need to follow, but the AVID strategies themselves are very broad and open-ended, so it's really easy to adapt any strategy for whatever purpose you need in your classroom right into your curriculum. I never find an issue. If I need kids to be collaborating or doing something else, I pull a strategy out and it's super easy to slide right into a science class.
It doesn't alter the content we teach in any way, and that's one of the benefits of us being so embedded school-wide, because we don't spend as much time anymore teaching the strategies in our class, like, oh, we're going to do a 3-2-1 or a think, pair, share. They hear that and they're like, oh, I know what that is. I think earlier this morning in our presentation, Ms. Goforth talked about how one of our ELD students was able to be like, oh, I've done this in my ELD class, and then they see it in another class and it's easier to replicate. And we see that a lot school-wide now because we are using similar strategies. And I think that's what really helps, because it doesn't alter our content. It's just, like Mr. Asamba said, a tool in how we deliver it.
Kelly and I run Ms. Goforth and I run an AVID Strategies for Student Success PLC. So this year we have been looking for strategies that we haven't done school-wide, just for our smaller group and new things that they're interested in. So that's my favorite way to learn a new strategy, is we find something we haven't covered in like a PD day or something, and then we try a new strategy, and then we teach our PLC members about the new strategy that we found.
In science, we have collaborative planning where we get to plan together. So we spend like the first 15 minutes trying to think about the lesson and pick an AVID strategy that we think could actually best address the student needs. So that is one way we learn it. The other way is through coaching. My department chair is seated right here. I like him because he sneaks into my class and asks me, what do you think we need to improve on? Which area do you need more support? And then we think of this AVID strategy that he could actually put back into the classroom. So we have that deliberate coaching during our planning periods and agreeing on a strategy that we want to do. If you walked into any of the science classes, you are likely to see the same strategy that we agreed on during the planning. And then the last one is more of like when we try to review how the students have performed, we can always agree that we need to use this more or maybe think of another one. Thank you.
And then sometimes it's just like a site team conversation of like, we noticed this, what should we do with this information so that we can address gaps that we have. So for example, in the presentation earlier, we looked at, it was a couple years old, the data, but we matched up teachers based on experience level and the similar demographics in their class, so looking at IEPs and 504s, and then looked at the student achievement. And when we brought that information to admin and then we brought it to department chairs, we made sure to preface it with like, this isn't a shame or a blame game, it's just we need to do something to make sure that our classrooms are equitable. And now when we pull data, we don't often see those large disparities that you saw in the slideshow this morning. So a lot of it is, I would say, it starts as like a leadership conversation, and then it kind of, because of our plan system, trickles down the way Ms. Thomas was talking about, because we talk about these problems. If there's something that happens in the site team, like we pull data for just our AVID program and we notice something, like we don't have as many of our Hispanic students anymore in the program, like we lost some. That becomes a conversation as the site team, and then maybe we go to admin to be like, hey, this is what we noticed. What do you think we could do to address this? These are our ideas, and it's just a very collaborative effort.
I've seen real hesitant staff members fully embrace AVID when they won't embrace anything else.
You cannot argue with what you see when you see students engaging with AVID in the classroom. The data shows it. We've had admin meetings where we're talking about student data and the gaps that have closed and been completely eliminated in our school with regards to achievement in certain student groups. And it brings us to tears because it's working, and we see that. We see our students who had a lot of trauma, I'm not gonna lose it, had a lot of trauma during the pandemic and didn't wanna talk to anyone, didn't wanna be here, and they get into classrooms with our teachers who are all in. And what we see of our students in those classes, you cannot argue with, right? And when we expose teachers who may not have that buy-in yet to the data and to that engagement, they want that in their classrooms as well. And so I think getting the teacher buy-in by selecting your team who's gonna take this and run with it and believe in it and promote it to their colleagues is very key to making it, you know, a mark in your school.
Hey, this is a huge accomplishment for the North County High School students and staff. It also allows for people to understand that Anne Arundel County schools, and in particular North County High School, we've embraced all of the concepts of what AVID calls for. So I'm extremely proud as a superintendent to now know that Anne Arundel County is home to one of these national demonstration sites for AVID.
Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of AVID Achievers. And remember, don't be afraid to take advantage of your opportunities because you never know where they may lead.